Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
Oh, I tell you what, we are going high up in the sky, and we're going to be listening to some amazing music from this man, Hamad Altaee, who is with me in the studio. Welcome to Life Beats.
Thank you.
So great to have you. You know, this is amazing because this is what you do. It's your day job. You're a pilot.
Yeah.
But you're also a classical pianist.
That's correct.
I love that. I mean, you know, as we know, music is really, it's a universal language. It touches everybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, your story is extraordinary because you started when you were, how old, 4 or 5?
5 years old. Yeah, I started when I was 5 years old.
And you were just, playing the piano? Your parents got you a piano. How did it start for you?
Yeah, they just got me a piano, and actually no one knew that I would be composing for a symphony orchestra. No one had this vision, and no one expected that. So myself, I didn't expect that I'll be in this level today. So I started by one finger. When I was 5 years old, I started playing piano with one finger, and then I started playing with one hand, and then by practice I managed to play by both hands. So I think that it all came by practice and passion. It took a while, actually. It took like let's say 15 years or 20 years now, but
for you to get to that level.
Yeah, but I think by practice and by the passion and it just came through. I mean, you know, you just like need to keep that vision or that goal, and it will come one day, you know. It's
clearly a love of yours, Hamad, because when I watch you playing, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing you live, but I've seen YouTube videos of you playing. You play with the biggest smile on your face, which I love so much.
I mean, I usually enjoy when I play when I play piano, and lots of my friends and lots of, I mean, the audience, like they say the same thing, that Hamad, you always have a great smile and you're always enjoying when you play the music. So, and I was like, this is the main thing. This is the main thing actually for me as a pianist and a composer, because the main thing and the main message that I want to deliver to the audience is happiness. So if I don't smile and I'm playing on my music, so definitely, like, you know, because we need to feel the music. So and my smile just comes like through my music, you know. And it's true, actually. Even when I see the videos after the concerts, I was like, oh, I'm smiling like all the time, yeah, on my pieces. So it's quite an amazing feeling, actually, to play and enjoy the music at the same time.
Because this is what it's all about. It's about the joy of the music. It's funny, you know, there are so many great musicians, and they're all so serious when they're playing.
Yeah.
But not you. You truly feel the joy when you watch you playing, but also the music. It is beautiful. It is full of that joy that you have for it. I mean, lots of kids, they might be asked to take lessons when they're younger or something like that, but then they leave it. But tell me about why you love music so much.
I think that some of the kids, like, for example, they go to a private sessions or like lessons, and then they stop. But I mean, and I know a couple of my friends, they register for our courses and then they quit. And I think that it doesn't mean that if you know the theory that you will play perfect. And maybe the lessons or the pieces that your music teacher is giving it to you, it's not your type of music.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't enjoy playing it. So you need to find the right scores in music. You need to find the right type of music do you feel to play. Then you can improve yourself. But I can't let anyone just play any piece of music. Yeah. And it's not his type of music, you know. So he won't feel that he want to go through it or develop his
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
practice, yeah.
What about you? For you at home, did you play music at home? Was there music being played? What did you hear, and what inspired you? What kind of music?
Okay. My best musician is Yanni. I love Yanni a lot.
Oh, nice.
So I was listening to Yanni since my childhood, and I have a very
Wow.
good memories in lots of his pieces. So yeah. So and it's a very touchy music. So
Yes.
I like that kind of music. So I started listening to Yanni. I mean, in my childhood. So. And then I started playing some of his pieces at the beginning and trying to play his pieces because I really loved him a lot and I love his music and his compositions. So yeah, at the beginning I was just like starting to play anything that I can do. Like I was trying my best. It was difficult. I'm sure that when I was in my childhood, I don't know how my parents left me playing piano, but I'm sure that I was doing lots of noise in the house, and I was just playing anything that like without a melody, without like any like I was just like playing on the piano, But day by day, I started improving, and then I started realizing that no, it's possible to compose music. It's possible to play with a symphony orchestra one day. Yeah.
And this is you.
Yeah, this is Journey of Life, one of my best pieces that I've composed.
Stunning. Let's listen to this, and we're going to continue the conversation with Hamad after this.
Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
You are back with us here on Pulse 95 and back with Hamad Altaee. He is with me sharing his amazing story of somebody who's got dual passions, Hamad, flying and being a musician and a pianist. It's incredible. I love it. We were just listening to one of your beautiful compositions, and that was the composition, what was it called?
Journey of Life.
Journey of Life. And it's how many... Okay, so you have to talk to us about this because you composed this, and you composed, at least you used to compose, completely unable to read music.
Yeah.
How? Explain to us how this happens. This is amazing.
I used to do it I recorded it as an audio. So I used to record like lots of tracks, so lots of instruments. I start with piano, and then I joined the strings and the brass and the woodwind, which is the flute and the oboe and the clarinet. So usually it takes me like to compose one piece is like a month, let's say. And when I compose it, it's not like this is the final draft. No, I keep on adding other instruments, other melodies, so other flavor I can say, or other color, because every piece it has a color and it has a flavor. So and it has a story behind it. So every piece, even like till today, I still add on my pieces that I've composed previously. So the more that I add on it, the more the result that I got. Yeah.
There's more of a depth to it that comes out for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you were just telling me as well for that particular one, that particular track that we heard, that there is an opera singer who is part of that as well, and this is something that you composed within the piece too. Yeah,
because the way like for a vocal, so there is no any instrument on my keyboard to listen to the vocal voice. So what I do is I record my my own recording. So I sing a vocal, and I have it on my keyboard. Is that a converter that converts the male sound to a female. So, and this is how I compose. This is how I wanted to be, because I need to listen before I compose. I need to listen how it sounds with the orchestra. So I do sing, and then it converts into the female voice, and I see how it goes, and then based on that I compose the pieces as we've heard in Journey of Life in the end of the piece.
It is beautiful, just beautiful. Journey of Life was that one, and we're going to be hearing December Sky later on, and you're going to tell us why. But I kind of want to come into how being a pilot actually inspires your music as well. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm lucky to travel around the world, and it's not even being a pilot. It's even when I was in my high school and my secondary school, my parents allowed me to travel and see the world and discover the cultures. It is something really interesting for me, and I'm really thankful that my parents allowed me to discover the world in my young age. Seeing the culture and seeing the people, how the simplicity of the people. I always like to go to the countryside because, and seeing the nature, it really converts into music. And this is how I compose. I compose basically on traveling other countries and seeing different culture and different stories. I can say,
That's incredible. I want to come back in just a moment and ask you about some of your favorite places. But tell us a bit about this piece, December Sky. Why is it called that?
December Sky is the first, it was my first flight. My first flight was in December, so it was like 3 years back. And I composed this piece based on my first flight ever.
And here it is.
Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
We are back with Hamad Altaee and his amazing story of flying around the world and playing beautiful, joyful music all around the world as well. Hamad, you were just telling us about the way that flying is just as inspiring for you, as music is, and it helps you, to become a better musician as well. Yeah. You travel around the world. You use that to inspire your compositions. What are some of your favorite places that you've been to?
I mean, every place, it has its own specialist. Like, for example, so in terms of city or in terms of nature, in terms of history. But I just came back from Colombia just like 2 weeks back, and I mean, I really enjoyed it a lot.
Tell us about that. That would be really different, South America. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a while to reach there, but I must say that it's really a nice city, and lots of it is really rich of art, and
they have great music culture.
Exactly, yeah. Anywhere you go, you hear music. Any restaurant you eat, you hear music. And I also went, I remember that I went in the mountain to see the view from, I went to Cartagena. Cartagena is one of the cities in Colombia. So I went up the mountain, and I was like hearing full of music. I was like, everyone's listening to music, so, and they're all happy and simple, and it's really nice. I mean, I really enjoy when I go and visit like countries that, as I mentioned, that I like to go to the countryside because I like to see simple people, and they're always happy, and they have lots of energy. And this is where I compose music, because I like to have these energy and to convert it into music.
And it just gets you inspired, doesn't it?
It does.
What do you learn from these people? The fact that, like you said, music is everywhere, but like you said, they live so simply. Do you think that there is something that we can learn from them?
I mean, nothing is better than being a simple, to be honest, because really, I mean, they're always so happy, and like they enjoy their life, and
right. I think we complicate it too much sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when it's simple, it's more bright, I must say. So yeah, and also I realized that when I travel to all these countries, I mean, when I play my music, I have always the same feedback.
Yeah,
I always have the same feedback, because music is a one language, and yeah, I mean, if it's a positive and uplifting piece that I composed, I can feel it in all other when I play it in all the other countries, because music is a one language, and everyone understands it, and it's very easy to communicate through music. So no matter what language you speak, but when you play music, you get the right feedback, I must say.
You've played in Panama, Italy, France, Kyrgyzstan, Spain, all over the world. And I want to ask you, do you play wearing the kandoora?
Yes, I do play wearing the kandoora, and it is. I'm really proud to be one of the Emirati pianists and composers, and I want to show that we have Emirati youth pianists and composers for a symphony orchestra, and they're, I mean, just like I'm 25 years old, so it is
so young. Amazing.
It's really it really makes me proud to be one of the Emiratis who share music through the world.
It makes us proud to see you out there.
And actually, the most important thing is that to share happiness and simplicity, because this is my main goal into sharing the music, to the audience.
I mean, what's the reaction when people see you, in Italy, in France, in Panama, somebody who's wearing a kandoora, at the piano, playing the most amazing classical music?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, in Italy, actually, let's go to Minsk. I played in Minsk, and it was -5 degrees. I still remember. And it was snowing, and I was wearing my kandoora. So, and it was something like unusual for me to wear a kandoora, and it's really snowing.
Were you freezing?
Yeah, exactly. And it was really a nice, I must say, it was really a nice concert. It was a full house concert, and everyone enjoyed it. And I mean, these kind of moments, it stays, and I keep composing more pieces based on these stories, because, as I mentioned, every piece that I compose, it comes from a story. So, and to keep this story, I must compose a piece to remember it. So, yeah.
And what was it? We're about to actually listen to you playing in Minsk in Belarus, and tell us about how you composed this particular piece here.
This piece, I believe, it's one of my it's one of my first piece that I've composed ever, and it's quite special because it's very simple and it's not that complicated. I didn't add lots of stuff in it. I kept it as it is so that people can see what I composed the first. So this is the first piece I've ever composed it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's listen.
Life Beats. Life Beats with Sally Musa. Only on Pulse 95.
Yes, we are in the studio with Hamad Altaee, an amazing pilot and composer and pianist. He's telling us his story here. Hamad, really, your story is an example for everybody that it doesn't matter what your level of expertise is. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you've got. If you've got a dream and a passion, you can make it happen.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Because, what's interesting for me here is that you started and then you went into malls to play.
Yeah.
Tell us about why you did that.
I went into the malls to play because I wanted to see how my music sounds like. How do people feel when I play my music? Because I never share my music, so I wanted to know the music that I've been composing for the past years, how would it sound like and what will be the feedback? So it was a challenge for me, you know, and playing in front of the public and.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was. I was a bit like nervous sometimes because I don't know what will be the feedback, and I was shocked when like it's like a magnet. Like I see all of the Emiratis and lots of I mean like other people, like they come and they gather and they come to me, and I still like when I'm still continuing on playing my pieces, my music, and I see lots of people are gathering, and then once I'm done with the piece, like everyone says, Hamad, you're really, I mean, you really did a great job. Or some of them they say like, I was not in a good mood, and you changed my mood, and you know, it's so when I start hearing these comments that I'm doing something good for people, I was like, okay, then. I think that I'm really doing a great job, and I really need to improve, and I really need to compose more music, because I think that I'm doing something very good to people. So playing in a shopping mall gave me lots of motivation, and it proves that the pieces that I've been composing through the past years are really I mean, they are really good, and
they're reaching people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that people respond to and that they love, and
exactly.
You know, they can feel your amazing energy as well. And through that, see, the great thing about this is you didn't wait for someone to ask you to come and play at a concert.
Yeah.
You just thought, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to what's an opportunity where I can play in front of people, I can play in front of a crowd, and you volunteered. You said, can I come and play for you?
Exactly, yeah. I did volunteer. That's correct, yeah. I mean, I just wanted to play, and I wanted to share happiness to people. Because I was like so happy, and I really enjoy when I play my music. So I was like, why don't I share this thing to people, like to the public? So, and
it's incredible. It is just wonderful. And as well, because now you're playing professionally, you play all over the world. But one of the great things that you do is actually you go into hospitals and you play for kids, for cancer patients. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I really enjoy playing in the hospitals. I mean, and changing their mood that like they're in, and some of them like they have, like for example, like cancers, and I really enjoy playing with them because when I see the smiles on their faces. So some of them even can't talk, and you know, when I see their smile and their signs like about that my music is really changing their mood, it makes me come back to them every year, I must say.
It's wonderful.
And I bring my orchestra with me, and I try to do my best to make them make them happy as much as possible, because music is also a therapy, and it changes their like, you know, they won't think about why they are in the hospital or why they are staying here. They will just change the atmosphere that they are living in, you know. So and I don't do it only in the UAE. Also did it in Panama last 2 weeks for in a hospital where they treat kids that they have cancers. Yeah, so it's really a good feeling, especially I mean in the year of tolerance that's we are in this year. So I try to do my best to share happiness to everyone and make everyone positive and uplifted.
And of course, you played in Sharjah recently as well at the Belarus Cultural Nights. Tell us more about that, because it was a very unique concert.
Yeah, it is, and the place, the Altaee, the place is really nice, and it's really wonderful. The atmosphere, the weather was perfect. It was a good experience for us to play in Altaee. It was my first concert in Sharjah actually, and they were a great audience, and I really enjoyed playing with the Belarus Chamber Orchestra in Sharjah.
You had the maestro Evgeny Bushkov as well. He was the one who was leading, who was conducting.
That's correct, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's one of my amazing conductors and maestros. I mean, I really enjoy even playing with him. So I was really lucky to have him in the UAE, in Sharjah, because I played with him in Minsk, in Belarus. So it's good to have them in Sharjah and to see our our culture and to see the atmosphere. I mean, it's really nice. It was a very successful event.
But the setup was very unique because in Al Bayt they like to do things differently. So they didn't have everybody out the front with the orchestra, everybody playing together. You were placed all over the place. It was outdoors.
Yeah, that's
right?
correct.
So describe to us how the setup worked.
It was quite strange for me too, because I was playing on the piano and I couldn't hear the orchestra at all, and they're all depending on me. And I told the maestro Afghani, like, I can't hear anyone, and he says like, yeah, Hamad, because we follow your music. And I was like, okay. It was quite different and unusual.
Yeah.
Musicians were placed in all over the place. I remember that the flute player was on the roof, where there's like a spotlight for her to I mean, like, you know, it was something unique, I must say, and it was something different. And sometimes it's good to change the arrangement of the orchestra. Yeah,
exactly. It's amazing to experiment. But what's your dream now for you? You are composing music. You're traveling the world. But what's your dream now?
My dream is just to share happiness to people and compose as much as I can to share peaceful and happiness, uplifting. I really enjoy when I play my music and see the feedback of the audience. No matter where I play, I always get the same feedback. So it's really a good feeling, and I'll keep on going. And
is there like a musician or somebody that you would really love to play with?
Maybe Yanni, yeah, because as I told you, I really love Yanni. So
he was here in Sharjah, actually. He was playing in Sharjah.
Yeah, and Al Majaz,
amphitheater.
Exactly.
Were you there?
I was there. Yeah,
you were there.
Definitely. Yeah, if I'm in the UAE, I will definitely attend Yanni's concert. Yeah.
Did you get to meet him?
Unfortunately, no, but I did meet his musicians, and I'm in contact with them even now. So I've met his musicians, but not Yanni himself. I met his daughter too. Yeah.
Oh, amazing! And could there be a collaboration happening?
Why not? I mean, maybe even with the Yanni musicians. I mean, I'm in contact with them, and we might have some collaboration. Yeah.
Fantastic. Amazing. Where are you off to next? Where are you traveling?
I'm going to Minsk after tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful. Back to Belarus.
Yes.
That has a special place in your heart, I think.
Exactly. I really love the city.
Are you planning to play there, or?
Actually, yeah, I'm planning to do a concert there because Belarus, I mean, Minsk is one of my favorite city that I usually enjoy playing music with them. So I'm thinking to do, a future concert there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And also the ballet. They've got the ballet in Belarus.
Exactly, yeah.
You love that. Your eyes light up. I just love it.
I love anything that moves and that plays music because it changes our atmosphere and it gets us. And because everyone is busy nowadays, everyone's going to work and then going back home, work home. So it's good to change, and it's good to enjoy some of the music. I must say, some of the energy and uplifting.
Oh, we love it. We love your energy, Hamad. Please keep going.
Thank you so much.
Please keep creating more amazing music. Right here, we're going to be hearing Desert Spirit from you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome anytime. Thank you.
This is Pulse 95. Tune in live every weekday from 10 a.m.